Often people wonder about a standard form of English that they can follow while using the language, particularly for speaking. But the fact is, in the present scene today, when the world is kind of globalized and English is no longer the language of any particular nation, it's not a very good idea to consider that there can be a standard kind of English. Formerly, maybe 30 years back or a little before that, we used to talk about the British English or the BBC English as the standard, because even in England there are so many different dialects of English that is heard in different parts. But we used to consider the English heard in the BBC broadcasts, programs, and also the speech of the educated people in London area used to be considered as a kind of standard. But today, we do not follow that English anymore. Even in the BBC, they accept all kinds of varieties, even American varieties and Scottish varieties can be heard in BBC today. So the fact is that we should look for a kind of English that will be understood internationally. So it's important to have a kind of English, to acquire and practice a kind of English that would be understood by any user of English in any part of the world. So that is that is a kind of standard that today we keep in mind. We no longer insist on the British variety of English or the American variety of English or any variety of English for that matter. We today talk about a kind of international form of English, which will be very different from person to person, from country to country. There will not be a kind of standardization in terms of pronunciation. But the thrust is intelligibility. So what is important is that what you say should be understood by speakers across the world. And another thing is that the kind of language you speak should also something that demands or something that ensures respect on the part of the people who listen to us. So we need to be intelligible, that is, we need to be understood by others, everybody, and also we should be able to command some level of respect. Today we get plenty of samples of speech in the YouTube, in the internet. We can easily check up the pronunciation or the different pronunciations in the YouTube or in the internet. And we should always remember that there is no single standard anymore, but there will be many accepted standards to a particular word also. So that is slightly tricky, because then you have a confusion as to which to follow. It also makes life simpler, because with our mother tongue influence and other factors, we are no longer expected to speak a kind of English that is heard from educated speakers in England or America or Canada or Australia. We can use our own English, but we slightly try and modulate our English, or kind of keep practicing the English pronunciation in such a way that we are understood by international community.